What is up, dogs? It's your boy, Mike Mason, here for another fireside chat. I'm here with Pearl, as you
Where's
guys can
Pearl?
see. Yeah, Pearl's in the house chilling. And we're also here with my co-host, Carrie Strope. And we have a very special video introduction for you guys today, so I just want you all to enjoy this.
Well, stained glass is something we see often on buildings and churches and even on jewelry. And making stained glass could even be a new hobby as people set out to try new things for the new year. The process for making an entire stained glass window can last up to 10 weeks since everything must be done by hand. But at Architectural Glass Art Studio here in Lincoln, you can make impressive designs in just a few sessions. Glassmaking classes there are taught by glass artist Carrie Strope.
Glass is fascinating. It's sparkly. You always want to touch it. It's one of those materials that you were always told not to touch. So getting in the studio and playing with the glass, moving it around, it's therapeutic and it's social.
Strope says she works with both children and adults, helping them create pieces of art that they can keep. Not only does she teach here in Lincoln, but she travels teaching in glass studios around the world.
Yeah, so I thought you guys might enjoy getting to see that. I thought it was so cool, and I've been kind of celebrating it myself here. And yeah, so we do though have a awesome show here ahead. A demo with Germ, a really amazing artist. It's one of my teachers actually, and this is at the Melt RVA. It's in Richmond, Virginia. It's like the local abbreviation. And this place is a bar and restaurant and gallery with a studio in the back. So, and God, they had an amazing menu. I think they're in the process of relocating now. So, you know, in the past when I was like, go check that place out, like, I hope you took advantage. The food there was great. The owner, Brett, is a super nice guy. He's shown me nothing but kindness every time I've been there, and really look forward to whatever they get up to next. But man, it was just like this special place, you know, that it was there for like maybe less than a year. But the homie, man, he's like a glass worker and collector himself, and he really went out of his way to make this stacked lineup. We actually have footage from Hemlock's demo there, Lisa's Pieces demo there. Both of those were filmed by our friend Rob White, White Fire Glass, who, speaking of upcoming stuff, man, he's coming out with us. Mo Buddy, the gaffer, your gaffer or whatever, he's coming out to help run a camera as well, I understand. We're gonna have like we're gonna be triple teaming the demos there at Glass Vegas, which the lineup looks through the roof. I'm so excited about that.
2 or 3 weeks away now.
It's very soon. It's at the end of the month, so yeah, we're probably gonna be running some Glass Vegas content here soon, but tonight, though, like I said, we got this amazing demo from Germ. He did this whole piece with his, like montage style, where the basically axis changes on reversals and such, to give the lines that are no longer just like straight down or whatever. Now they're at off axis. That look, it's like a very old thing, But I think he was known for that, among all kinds of other things like the Whimsy pipes. The Thousand Cranes project. It's so many cool things this guy's up to. But at this part of the demo, he did what's called a reverse honeycomb and did air traps on it. It's freaking really cool. Actually, speaking of really cool, I do have an amazing piece of his artwork back there. There was this.
Send nudes.
It says send nudes, but it's like a bowl of noodles. I don't know. It's a deep joke. You guys might.
NOODS, to be clear.
Yes. So, okay, anyways, there was a couple things I wanted to mention as well, just like update status. There's a really cool class coming up with Jerry Kelly, a Marini legend, kgbglass.com. I couldn't recommend taking this enough if you're interested in learning Millie. He's one of these, classic guys, especially with cartoon style images, that's like, man, that he's dead on with that stuff. Really, really good. Somebody I've respected for mad years. So just a little heads up about that. And, we've Mickelson Studios, a couple of other places have incredible lineups coming up. Orlando Glass Union was the other one. Just wanted to give a quick mention and shout out on those. We got some stickers to give away at the end. There's like a thing in the group, in the Torch Talk group on Facebook. So we'll pick some numbers for that, and then you guys will get to pick numbers too, but we'll do that after the demo. And then there was something that I wished I could have done the last time we broadcast, which was the day before Christmas. And that's also Dan K. It would have been his 49th birthday had he not passed, and I thought it would be a the right thing to do, to take a moment to just acknowledge that and take a second. Man, this dude was a real OG and a legend in the game in this old school style. It was influential, and yeah, so like I said, man, happy birthday to the homie and rest in peace. Here's an artist that, gosh, I wish I could have found the time, or had the opportunity to cross paths, and we may, would have been able to film a demo or whatever, but now we don't have that chance, so that's a real bummer. But his work lives on. I found this picture on a random post on Reddit, and I thought it was really pretty. So shout out to the random Redditor that I stole that picture from. But, he was also posting to offer, condolences and just respect to this legend. So did just want to take a moment, not to be a downer or anything, but we should remember, man, that this whole thing is a pretty small world, and this guy was, one of those legends that really, pushed this style forward in fun artistic directions. Look at that thing there. It's got like dot boxes and millies and all sorts of stuff just combined in this. It's fun and it's an evocative, and you could tell this dude influenced all sorts of people when this thing was popping off, back when I was like doing graphic design or whatever, trying to make car dealership websites and bullshit like that. So here was the guy doing the thing from the beginning and making a path for all of us. So yeah, man, that's some shit. Let's pop this demo off. Glass Central Station. That is me. That is Carrie. That is Whitefire. That is Mo Buddy. That is everybody. That is all of us, really. Well, there's a bunch of us now who help make this possible, and my vision of comprehensive coverage for our industry. An ESPN level type coverage, high quality, there for most everything that's important. These are the companies that make it possible, and some of you guys pitch in on the Torch Pass thing. I really appreciate it. I've got some hot shit coming up on the Torch Pass, guys. I know it's been a little slow, but man, that Nico Cray demo took so long. I swear it took like a week straight, and I'm PTSD'd from it a little. So, anyways, guys, these companies and events, they really do. They pitch in every month, and it adds up to my ability to be like, okay, what events do I need to get a plane ticket for? We've just bought another tripod for the homie. Lincoln Hot Glass just came on as a major sponsor. Huge shout outs to them. It's a studio in Lincoln, Nebraska. And yeah, man, I can't say enough good things about that. And you'll be hearing more about them.
Classes.
Yeah, you'll be hearing more about them coming up. So this is the Melt, you guys, that I mentioned. It's, like I said, a restaurant and a bar, and they had a little gallery in the front. And the menu was just really great. They had so many cool things that were just prepared really well. Man, I can't say enough good things about this place, and I do believe it's closed now. I'm not 100%. They might still operate as, I don't know. I think it could closed, and they're going to relocate, maybe in Richmond or maybe into another city. Either way, this was a super cool spot. Gosh, it was so fun. We filmed a number of demos here. Whitefire, who I was just mentioning, he had an amazing one-arm lathe demo that you'll be seeing. And in the front, man, they had bands, and everything was just popping, and everybody was having a great time. I wish y'all could have seen that. So maybe some of y'all did get to see us out there, but this is a really cool place. And this was when Germ was out there. And here he's just breaking down some tubing. I think it's like some 38. Just a guess. It could be 44, but I think it's 38. Maybe 44. I don't know. Heavy. And anyways, we're just going to catch him here breaking this down, doing like just like a quick butt seal or whatever, to get a handle onto it. And then from there, he's going to open it up and fume the inside and close that off, and then create the indentions manually for the air traps and the comb pattern. It's a really cool process, and like I said, here we're just going to watch him blow tube up and stuff, but Jeremy is someone, he's kind of educated in a bunch of different worlds on the scientific side of things, and and then took that knowledge that he learned there at Salem and ran off and made a shitload of awesome pipes, you know. So it kind of, cats who came out of that program, you know, doesn't make them like super glass man or whatever, but they do tend to have some serious fundamentals down. So, you know, watch here as he gets these things sealed together and really gets that glass hot enough to flow so that it's a good happy seal. It's maybe even letting it, you know, kind of gravity help it flow back and forth and make sure that glass is just all kind of now one. No weird shit on the inside, no divots on the inside or whatever from where the connection was made. You can have that sort of thing, but it needs to be like really smoothed out, you know. It doesn't got to look perfect unless it's supposed to be like the neck of a tube, you know, or something where it's going to be seen in the end. But you know, really does need to be smooth inside and out and prevent mechanical stress essentially from taking hold. And he's going to break this blank down after he gets this thing all kind of fumed from the inside. And that's a whole process and a half, which is really cool, and we'll talk about that. But it's like he pulls it down almost like a spoon. Like, I swear, if you can make a spoon, I think you can do this demo. Like, you're going to be cranking these things out.
Right on.
And here he's just stressing that thing on the side of the Marver to just create, you know, they would call it like a jack line in the hot shop. Somebody recently said we don't use enough technical terms, so I'm being a little self-conscious about it. Not just playing, but some of these comments I've seen made me laugh. Some of these cats out there that are not fans, mainly because we, you know, removed them from a community or whatever, and not to get too deep on that.
I've heard plenty of people in the past that say they really enjoy tuning in for the show and just listening to you while they're working on the torch, and they learn a lot that way.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I don't take it personal. It just makes me laugh when people say stuff that's crazy, when it's like, man, I really do my best to explain what's happening and rely on the fundamentals I developed with, you know, about 15 amazing instructors like Mickelson and Paramore and Mataskookie and Germ and Mike Gannan. And I'm not to get into and make this about me or nothing. It's just, I really do my best to use my background to give you guys a proper commentary, and I like to throw in a dank heat and a fuck here and there, but, you know, we try and drop the technical terms when they're needed. Now here he's picking up some silver. So we got a gather going and then kind of mushed it down on some silver that he had sitting on the pad. And this is all done with silver. RW in the chat says, Mike should just start making up his own terms for everything. I support that. I've been tempted to do it, you know. It reminds me of like that Chappelle Show sketch, or maybe it's one of his stand-up where he's talking about when his white friends ask him about stuff, you know, he'll just make up terms, you know, that they wouldn't understand.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know. He's been making shit up. Been tempted to do that. Anyways, all right, let's get serious. Yeah, well, the dank heat is... Okay, check this out. The homie's got what I would call a neutral flame on it, and he's really just giving this thing a nice and pretty intense coating of silver. And now, some of the secret sauce here, so to speak, at least, you know, when we talked about what was happening, Jeremy told me that here he's switching from an oxidizing to a reductive flame as he cooks that fume in. And for him, he says this kind of brings out all those colors and such, and really opens up the palette or whatever. Like right now, it looks all milky or whatever, but when this bad boy is done and strikes out, especially in the kiln, you know, it has a pretty amazing range. And this is certainly something you can play with, you know, different ratios of different metals might give you all kinds of different colors in there, but, you know, for him, this is what it is. And I see Mark Kornbla, an artist I get to work with or kick it with here. He did an amazing demo in the group of a scallop tubing that he had fumed up just like this, actually, and then he condenses that down and gets some amazing effects and colors. It's pretty wild what's possible with just silver. And there's, a lot of it is... I said, I can't pretend to be some fume wizard. I can just show you the dank shit. But yeah, dank heat I actually do want to take hold. Now, dank heat is really just core heat. But to me, it's actually two concepts that I've combined. And one of them is, core heat, which is that you want to establish heat into the glass, from the core to the outside, right? That means that it's, going to be a happy piece of glass, for whatever purposes. But how do you get there? Right? Like, if you're just talking about core heat, that's really just a descriptor. It's not the action, okay? Dank heat, to me, is heat that's been built up. And the other concept is building up heat. Like, how do you get that heat into the core, without fucking the surface and all that, right? And it's a matter of taking your time with it. The bigger it is, sometimes you need to heat it up a little while and then back out. Either back out of the flame, or just get out of the flame entirely. Now here's where he's kind of pulling this piece down like a spoon. That I was mentioning earlier, this demo it's kind of like making a spoon with a really thin head. So less glass at the front or whatever, right? But then it gets blown out and it's essentially a spoon shape. And yeah, it's really fun. But anyways, yeah, so dank heat to me is core heat that's been built up. It's a heat that's through and through. It's not superheated on the surface just for the purpose of getting the core hot. That to me is dank heat. So it's a synthesis of these two concepts that I think are both really important and have informed my ability to make glass move the way that I want, so... And, as mentioned in some of these teachers, and here, guys, he's kind of condensing this back and then giving it a blowout so it makes this nice, even, like I said, it's like a spoon, but thinner. It's not anywhere near as thick as look at that. It's really thin now. Anyways, yeah, it's that type of heat that makes glass move evenly. It's like in the beginning, it's almost so hard to even make a bubble blowout round, right? It's because you're not heating it evenly and you're not letting the heat. There's all these mistakes that we all make, right? But once you really think about this concept of dank heat and how you put heat into stuff, I think it might open doors for some of y'all. I just think it's so important. So that's the dank heat thing, since the chat homies mentioned it. And here, guys, look at this. He's just poking all the holes where he wants the air traps to be. So, this style, typically here, instead of, if you didn't want the air traps, you just start dotting it with clear, right? And make that pattern and then cook it in. Shout out to Daniel Smith. It's like 27boy1, I believe, was his YouTube. Man, huge shout out to him, though. He did a demo that most of you all have probably seen, where he did the fumecomb, and it's very similar to that demo. But this is a really awesome twist on it. And how about that hat, y'all? Germ is approximately 100 times more fashionable than me. He's always got like really cool shoes. Some of them he even like paints himself. If you guys follow on his Instagram, it's in the description or whatever. So I know he's into really cool shoes. And while I was filming this, I was like wearing my Dr. Scholl's sandals, And I was just like, well, I know you got that heat, but...
Comfort and fashion.
Yeah, the real G's know about that Dr. Scholl's. And he, of course, just laughed and shook his head. Huge shout outs to Jeremy, man. I hope to have him join us when we do the full tube episode that he made. All right, check that guy out. It is, like I said, it's so much like a spoon at this point, and then it does get a little more crazy from here, but and from here, like I said, he's gonna dot over every one of those places where he poked in order to get the air trap. And you know, the condensing it in is really just that. It's just bringing it back to a solid section at the end. Not so much solid, but really just letting it all cook back and kind of, it wants to become a tube again, you know, it all wants to just become round. So it's nothing like too dramatic, and you'll see the angle. Even now he's at a more steep angle than he'll be using to condense it back. So it's one of those things where it's, you know, don't get crazy with it. Once you've got all this stuff on there, just gently let that bad boy cook back, and yeah. It's about what I can add to this. But yeah, adding each dot, making sure he covers the divot, you know, so that the air gets trapped. And then he just gives it that quick little spiral tear-off move. I feel like if you got the wall thicknesses right and such, you could totally do this, you know, and cook the end back and then, like, just still make a spoon out of it by kind of blowing a little more. I don't know. Getting crazy now, but.
I don't see why not.
Saw a hollow hand pipe that a homie made earlier. I don't feel like switching everything around, so I'm sorry I forget his name, but I was like, hell yeah. I don't know if you actually watched that Mickelson demo recently, but I've seen a whole bunch of hollow hands. Yeah, since then. It's just like, hell yeah. I can't wait to start seeing gang signs and all sorts of stuff.
Peace. Hang loose. I love you in sign language. Those kind of gang signs?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that corn cob looking piece somebody posted the other day.
Okay. Yeah, that was
Remember
gosh.
that?
Yeah, who did that?
I can't remember his name. Jacob? No. It starts with a J.
Okay. The homie who does the nasty fume work?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe it's Josh?
No, it's like gonna have to figure this out now. I think it's Jacob something.
I know it starts with a J. I'm almost 100% certain.
Jacob Michael Phillips, I do believe. Yep.
I think that's it. I was right the first time, Jacob.
Yeah, no, it was right. You were on it. Okay, and here's where he's really starting to cook this in, you guys. And like I said, no dramatic angle, you know, it's not like a crazy implosion so much as just letting this all condense back and let that pattern form, you know, in the solid glass naturally. See that, guys? No huge dramatic angle shifts, just a little bit of the up and down for control purposes, but just really letting this all cook in. And it's really just kind of becomes solid all on its own. You know, it's like I say, just don't get crazy. Don't do nothing wild. Now he's letting it get a little bit of a droop, you know, there at the end as it all cooked in. And that's when you want kind of gravity to help you make for a bit of a more dramatic movement.
You're getting loved up in chat.
What? Who, me?
Yeah.
Aw, thanks, y'all. I really appreciate y'all being here with us. I'm so happy we get to do this. It's, you know, in 2020 or whatever. Huge Happy New Year to all you guys out there, by the way. Yeah, man. I've said it before, but what we get to do here every week and having this party with you guys has just become one of the most, special things in my life, and it really is an honor to get to capture stuff like this with artists like Jeremy, and it means the world. Huge shout outs to him as well. All right, so here we're going to do something of a flame cut to get this bad boy off and leave the backside kind of exposed. So yeah, heated that section up. Nice flame cut there. Whenever I nail a shot like that, I'm always like, fuck yeah. You get one shot at that shit. And yeah, all right, so now it's just a matter of getting all this excess glass off. And then one of the cooler parts here is how he fills it in. And it's really just, kind of Jordan level move type of thing. He just goes in from the back with the rod and just and fills it in. So right now it's like an open dome that is maybe what half of that marble, is going to be. But it still needs to get filled in and kind of filled out to actually become a solid marble. So that's what's going to happen here next. Yeah, that thing already looks super cool. Like, woo, look at that shit. Glass is like the most amazing thing to film. I mean, not that I film anything else, but I can't imagine anything else being so evocative and beautiful like this, in the process. I mean, maybe if I was like Ansel Adams out there, the crest of Yosemite or whatever, that'd be pretty baller too, but it's not the life I live. So, and yeah, like I said, man, this is like just some real Jordan level, you gotta be pretty good to do this if you don't want to trap a bunch of air and stuff. But if you do, it's maybe not the end of the world. You just slap it on a more production style piece, because it still looks cool as fuck. I really feel like it's hard to go wrong with this technique, you guys. Even if it comes out a little wonky, and it's still gonna look really neat. And I don't think it'll take many of these to get down. And, they don't take too long, so. Look at that shit. Bam. All right, so now we've got a piece that is solid. All right, and yeah, that right there was something worth seeing. The marble mold. Clean that ish before you go in on it. It's almost a shame that that the tube that this thing goes on, kind of blocks the back, because that view from the back end inside of the comb also looks really cool. I appreciate you guys out there throwing likes on the video. I've, I don't really like make money off YouTube, You got to make cat videos to do that. Like, and I should, man. I should be like, me and Pearl should be making bank.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm too stupid to do that. I just do what my heart tells me, which is film glass. No, I'm just playing this, But, anyways, our thing is pretty niche, and I'm not trying to like do a bunch of dabs or whatever it'll be in the beginning of the show, to attract a different audience. I'd prefer to have less of us here together, and have a party for glass workers or those who are, maybe not, but are sincerely interested in, what goes on behind the scenes. And what that means is that likes and all that stuff. I really appreciate it, but I'm never like that. Some of these channels are always like, please please do this, and I'm just like, man, y'all do what you want, baby. I'm if you're enjoying this party we get to have together and some good company and talking glass, then you're gonna be here. Probably without YouTube reminding you. You know what I mean? It's just I just don't participate in that ecosystem because the views aren't there. So. Anyways, back to the glass, and this is just marble finishing on anything now, and it's just switching your handles, and the timing was a little off there. When one cold seal is setting, it's the best time to get the other seal off, so there is rolling it in that thing to add some stress. That thing, the V-necking tool. Sorry, didn't use the technical term. Anyways, and now he's going to just clean that punny mark off of the face of this bad boy. But yeah, I mean, look at how much round that it's now. It's a little marble. It's what it should be. Really cool. I'm going to step away for just a moment and grab a drink. So, Carrie, gloat about that amazing video that you did with the news crew.
Thanks. That was a lot of fun, actually. I found out the night before it was going to happen. Found out it was going to happen at 4:45 in the morning, so I had to get up at 4 in the morning. But it was a good time. We talked glass for like 5 hours. They couldn't shut me up. The live clips that they did were supposed to be like a minute and a half long, and when I saw them later, they were 3 minutes and longer. So yeah, they got me talking about glass and just couldn't shut me up. But it was a great time. Definitely would do it again. I look forward to the next time I do it. I'm going to put out a press release for my glass dress when it's ready for Seattle. Try and talk their ears off again for that. Welcome back. Maybe. Almost.
Hi.
There we go. Welcome back.
And now, guys, if you didn't see it in the thumbnail, if you're watching later or whatever, it might be hard to tell, but this thing is connected to one of these mini tubes or whatever, like a little rig in the neck that kind of bends around. So he's adding these posts for it to connect there. And there it is. So now it's...
Wow.
Didn't have to wait long there. Yeah, so the whole piece, we will get to see that demo, but it's in approximately 350 pieces, so it's going to take a while. And hopefully we'll have Jeremy with us then. But you guys, shout out to the Melt. Brett, the owner, is a super, super cool cat. I can't thank him enough for having me out, for virtually every show, or even after I wasn't in the area or if I was traveling. Rob, the homie Whitefire Glass, he would film them as well, and I've got that footage now. Just it's a matter of getting into it and editing it. So we've got shows from Lisa's Pieces, Hemlock, Whitefire Glass himself, who did an amazing one-armed lathe demo. You guys won't believe what he does with a one-armed lathe. It's fucking awesome.
Rob's work is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's so cool. And yeah, homie, just take 1 minute here with me if you would. These companies and events and publications, they all pitch in every month to help make it possible for me to go to all these events. And, we work very hard. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how hard you want to work or all that if you actually can't get there. And all these companies, when this thing started, we were covering a few shows, and, now we're approaching true sustainability on, filming everything possible, and that means the world. So all these companies did it, and then some of you guys pitching in on the Patreon, it's truly added up to the ability to give our industry, what it deserves, in my opinion. I get it. It's just what I was mentioning with my own channel. It's a niche thing, man. It's not like a cat, thing where we're going to get 1 million views consistently, right? So it's just so important that these companies and individuals pitch in to give us that coverage, because it's just not that sort of thing that is ever going to be explosive, so it doesn't justify, ESPN or whatever it'll be. So Like I said, that's been my vision, to give our industry that type of comprehensive coverage, and they make it possible. It's just that simple. So, man, I hope you don't mind a minute giving them some daps or whatever, some props. Guys, we do have some sticker packs to give away. I'm going to pick a few numbers for homies in the group who already put in a bunch of numbers, and you guys here go ahead and put in numbers like, how many people are here now? 122. Go ahead and put in a number 1 through 200. And Peggy Bishop in the chat says, where is that? That was in Richmond, Virginia at the Melt. But they don't really, I don't believe it's open anymore. I think they closed earlier in the year, and they were going to move to a new location. So I think it might reopen in Richmond. Their Instagram hasn't been updated in quite some time, so I do think they're in the process of sorting out where they're going to move, and I don't exactly have any fresh news there. But anyways, yeah, we're going to give away a bunch of stickers. I mentioned it in the beginning. We'll do it again. Happy birthday to Dan K. We would have done this the Tuesday, the 24th, when we were live last, but it was a pre-recorded show, like a premiere thing, so it wasn't possible to like pop in and do this. So I just wanted to do it now, because Dan K was one of these OG guys who made very beautiful work, and his passing was like definitely too early. And man, so yeah, just rest in peace, dog. Fuck yeah. And then class update, Jerry Kelly, Millie Mania. Was this dude really, really good Millie artist? Like you will walk away from this with the ability to make solid cartoon, style imagery. That's a cool fucking class. So if you're up there, and that's in Portland, Maine, so this is like the Northeast Boys or whatever, that's a good one. Gosh, you guys, speaking of the Northeast Boys, let me show y'all, if I can even find it. They're so active, and I'm so bad at Instagram. But man, Stoked to post their lineup of like demos and classes and stuff recently. I don't even. This is the shows, I guess. Yeah, their show lineup, and this is just so dank. I love the Stoked homies so much. I want to give them a shout out. Actually, these Roll Dogs. I'll show you all this. It's so cool. They sent me a Christmas card.
So sweet.
I love these guys, man. And they're all incredible people. And yeah, so I really appreciate them. They sent me a really cool sticker. Like, yeah, man. And I'm at what the fuck? I'm wearing a Stoke thing right now. I didn't even think about that. I'm repping Stoke for days. I do love Stoke. Okay, but guys, look at this lineup. I don't know what it'll be, but like, y'all have given me the freedom to holler at these homies, who I love and want to spend time with, kind of thing anyways. You guys have given me the freedom to figure out which of these kind of fit, and it's really not going to be a big deal to fly myself there and do it. That's the freedom that these sponsors and y'all pitching in on Torture Passive handed me. So I'm excited about this lineup. I just don't know which ones I'll be there for. Pipe Classic will be around like the to be announced time. But any of this would be absolutely amazing. Nate, he was there with Eugene when we were there filming, and we had a Torch Talk meetup, like at a bar, and it was actually really cool. Like Yush came out, and then Nate came out, like Eric Goldschmidt was there, all sorts of Torch Talkers came out, man. It was actually really fucking awesome, and yeah, so man, that'd be a good one. Never had the opportunity to film him. Anyways, I am very much looking forward to 2020. Did everybody get their numbers in? Is it time to let's pick a few for the group? All right, so in the group there's like way more people, so they went up to 5,000, and I am just gonna take some notes on these and sort out exactly who won later, because I don't want to go through 5,000 entries, or there's hundreds of entries. We're not gonna do it now. But all right, here we go. So clickety clack, 2072. So if that was your number or you're very close, you have a good chance at winning a sticker pack. All right, sticker pack 2 for the group, 403.
Did you shut off comments for that post?
Oh, that's a good point. Let me do that right now. Somebody's about to comment 2072.
And 403.
Yeah. All right, good point, good point. Where's that post? If you comment after this, it's not happening. Good one. All right, Buddy Mansfield is
Be on
the
your
last
toes
comment.
next time, guys.
Yeah, totally. All right, let me. We'll just turn that commenting off. There we go. All right, last one for the group, 2091. Man, the 20s there. Somebody who won 2072 is probably the guy who's gonna win that one too. Now you only get one, so we'll find somebody next closest. All right, and now let's do one for you guys. What did I say? 1 through 200. Hell
Looks
yeah.
that way.
And man, I think we're gonna do 5 of these for you guys, and we might not sort them out. Sorting them out takes forever. So I'm just gonna, I don't know. I guess we'll sort them out. Fuck it. Let's do this. All right, here we go. Clickety clack. A 111. Let's see what we got here.
Ooh, I have Peter Castraba.
I see 3 of y'all who got that number. I'm sorry to the
Yeah, I
homies
see
who
it
also
4
picked it,
times.
but yeah, it's just the first person. All right, so Peter Castrova 1, man. I got you, player. We got some fun new stickers. Wait, not that one. Wait, here we go. Yeah, that one in the middle just showed up today, so that's why I'm a little sticker crazy. I'm like, oh yeah, I already made a bunch of packs earlier when I was shipping some orders recently. It's not a guarantee, but I 99.9% of the time I try to put like a sticker pack in if somebody orders something from me, So I made a bunch up because some orders had come in, and anyways, so I was just waiting for this new one to get here. Anyways, all right, so we just picked one. Let's pick another. Clickety clack. Damn, all right, 116.
I see nothing.
So let's do exact hits.
I think so. There's 128 people.
Yeah,
so.
there's a bunch of entries, so I think we'll figure that.
Every-
Damn, man, it is hanging out in the same zone. All right, I don't see 104. Do you?
Nope.
No. All right. 96. Here we go. Oh, wait, no. No, somebody picked 196. That doesn't count.
Oh, but come on.
I know, right? Mike, you're so mean.
I had the 2 numbers. They were right there.
Man, this might take a minute, you guys.
We're going to go ahead and hit the 70 numbers that people haven't picked first.
Right.
And then we'll dig in.
Man, nothing here? This is crazy.
Well, like I said.
Jeez. I feel like we've already picked 200 numbers. This is crazy.
Oh, 196.
All right, we got a winner.
196.
Dapper.
He was
196.
supposed to win the 96, right? Because he had the 2 numbers. I mean,
Oh, seriously?
yeah.
That's hilarious, yo. That's crazy, man. All right, the universe was like, no. It is him.
That counts.
No, he's right. All right, that's really cool. And guys, by the way, please shoot me your information to mikemason@gmail.com so I can send you your pack. Just give me an address. All right, let's do this. Let's pick some more, man. I am in a giving mood. I really do appreciate you guys out there tune in and make it possible for me to
17.
do this thing. Stoned Patrol. Hell yeah, I like it. I like it. He sounds like somebody who might like it if we did some like a dab session at the beginning. I'm sorry, dog. But, whatever. All right, here we go. Let's keep this party going, man. 7. I like that.
Ooh.
Reminds me of that Seinfeld episode where they made the kids,
Right.
because it was like Mickey Mantle's number, and then the other couple steals the baby name.
Mm-hmm.
I do not see one. It's hard
I don't
though.
either. There's like 15
there's-
things that. Oh, Tristan Reagan.
Tristan Reagan, I see that shit too.
Yep.
Hell yeah. All right, Tristan. Hell yeah. All right, all y'all. MikeMason@gmail.com. No fluff, no muff, and I got the original one. I'm the MikeMason@gmail.com. When Gmail first started, it was like hot shit, and I found this website Because in the beginning it was like invite only, and it was a big deal because they gave you like 2 gigs of storage space, which now I fill in spam in 3 days, but back then that was hot. And I found this website where it was to link people up who had invites, and it wasn't a cash thing. Like, it was, you just needed to send them something cool. And like, I had people sending me one, like I sent somebody, I don't even remember what I sent somebody. Like, I may have just bought the invite, I don't know. But I got on that site and I was exchanging the invites for like tobacco from Sweden, all sorts of random crazy shit. I got this lighter that, and it's got like fucking Mao on it from China. I had an Asian friend. She's like Korean. She saw that thing. She's like, "What the fuck is this?" Because apparently, that's like some. It's like having Hitler on your lighter. Apparently, if you know what he apparently did to Koreans. Anyways, we're getting on the wrong track here. The point is, I got all sorts of crazy shit, even some of it that I didn't understand. But that's okay. That's what it's about when you got people from other countries sending you random shit. Okay, anyways, let's pick numbers. We're just like, Mike, please stop. This is the worst random story you've ever told during sticker time. Couldn't you just pitch Patreon to us or something? I'm just kidding. All right, 77. Oh, whoa. I see that shit. Jim Hogan. All right, and since I made you guys listen through my stories, let's pick a couple more. Why not? I love you guys. Clickety clack. 67.
I see one.
I see one of those too.
Beans.
Beans. You guys are making it easy too. I love this. This is great. I'd give sticker packs for away all night if it's this easy. I'm just playing. I'd be like every town has one of those car dealers with the same stupid line. It's like, I'd give them away, but my wife won't let me. Kind of thing. And that's what I'm gonna be like. I'd give them away, but Carrie won't let me. I'm sorry, dogs.
Yeah, it's true. Yes.
All right, one more, and then I think we're gonna wrap this up. 200. Ooh.
Wow, that's
Who made the
rare.
bold choice and went right with the last number? Oh no, I don't see anybody. Okay, fair enough.
It says one. Where is it?
No, that's the number limit. You can send in a text. Oh, I see a couple of 93s. Buy Bitcoin, put 93 in twice, so he's gonna get 2. No, I'm just buy Bitcoin. That's you, baby. You won the last pack. Yo, MikeMason@gmail.com, please. Just shoot me those emails. And yeah, guys, happy New Year to everybody. I hope your 2020 is off to a good start. I hope we don't all get wrapped up in some crazy Iran war. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Gonna draft us, or I'll be over there like making pipes with welding torches and shit. It's gonna be trouble. I don't know. Anyways, thanks to everybody who tuned in. I really do appreciate y'all, and man, I'm just so stoked we're still here getting to do this in 2020. It's gonna be a good year. I'm so excited for Glass Vegas. The demo lineup is absolutely incredible. Man, we're gonna capture so much of it. I'm so excited to share that stuff. Man, yeah. So I don't have much else. I'm gonna hand you over to Carrie.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And just so you guys can notice her amazing display in the back there.
I thought I'd share with you all what I've been working on lately, because I don't a lot. So Vegas classes are coming up, and I'm working on getting all my samples and my notes together. I've got some heart dishes for Valentine's Day I'm getting ready to put out there to see if anybody wants. And
yeah, sneak preview there. There's a ton of them in the back there stacked up, and there might even be one with dank heat on it for you. So hell yeah. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. I really, 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 really do appreciate y'all being here and making this a positive thing and a kind thing, and especially everybody's part of the community. Man, it's just so nice to have so many of us together in one place, keeping it positive. And huge shout outs to Jeremy, Germ, for letting me stick a camera in his face. It's not necessarily, conducive, man, when you got somebody like, ah. And I was always bugging him like, all right, we ready to start? We ready to start? You know, because I don't want to miss anything and stuff. It's just fun.
Right.
Jeremy, I really appreciate you, man. And again, shout outs to Brett, the homie who ran the melt. And I really do hope that he pops this thing back open either in Richmond or I don't know. I want to talk about it. There might be one even closer to me now, so we'll see. We'll see a whole bunch of things together, you guys. There's so much to share and so much to capture. I'm very excited. Thank y'all for making it possible. Y'all have a great night, and until next week.
Happy New Year.